Back in Maya, here's my scene. Still got light coming down from the fill and in from the side for the key. I'm going to take the key light, put it in my light folder, and for the moment, so that I can really test out the backlight, I'm going to set my intensity down to 0. So I will be back to just having the fill light. Let's close the render view and open it again and see why that didn't work. Lovely. Now that I know my render view is working, I'm going to pause, move it off to the side, and talk a little bit about the rim light. What the rim light is supposed to do is come in and really highlight the back edges of all of the objects. So when I set up a backlight, what I want to do is move it to roughly opposite of where the key light is. So I will make another area light, and just like with the others, just make it a little bit bigger. Name it Backlight 01. And with this one, I'm going to go straight to my look through selected and start angling it to get a really low angle. Right around here is probably good. I'm going to move it back a touch. We'll try it there for now. I will move back to perspective and turn my render back on. I'm going to start with an an exposure of 10, and we'll see what that does. And now you can start to see some of these little highlights right around the rim are coming in. This is a harder light for Maya to cast because it is so low, so you might have to give it a moment or two to figure out what it's doing. And generally, with this one, you want it to be a little bit on the stronger side. So I might go up to a 12 or a 13. Again, this isn't going to be a principal caster. I don't want really strong shadows coming out of this light. I just want it to illuminate some of those edges. The other thing that I might do, because I see that I'm getting a lot of cast down here on the floor, is I might go to my relationship editors, light linking, light centric, and now I can take my backlight, go into the scene under objects, and I can remove it from the floor. And now it won't be bouncing on that floor, I won't get that highlight there, but I'll still get this nice rim on the lights. So that's the backlight. It takes a little bit more finesse to set up, and it can be harder for your computer to render, but it will give you some nice, interesting highlights that come from below the scene, and they can help you with some of your bounce lighting needs. This is definitely one where you may want to look into using your relationship editor to do some specific light linking, but if you can get it to work, it's going to give your scene a really nice, almost a glow. So with the backlight established, I will go back into my key light. I will turn the intensity back up to 1, and now the scene will be fully lit. I think at this point the key light may be looking a little too strong. Maybe I will take my exposure back down to 14. Although that still looks a little flat, maybe 14.5. And that's going to give me good, even white light in my scene. This is a great way to start out any kind of a lighting project because at this point I basically have a blank canvas. I know where my lights are hitting, I know what they're doing, and now I can go in and start really creating some specific effects. So in the next video, I'll talk a little bit about troubleshooting lights, and after that, I will get into lighting this for morning, noon, and night.